And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw. That. Bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now Keenum. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. They do snap it to Keenum, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 6 yards away. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Now Keenum. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Vikings coming out here again to take over on offense, and this is a crew, obviously, that was so close, Charles, to becoming the first-ever team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium. So disappointment in that last game against Philly, but overall, I think they've got to be pretty pleased with the season.
They have to be, because they put it all together. Won the NFC North. How about that win over the Saints in the divisional round? I mean, I don't know that they'll ever top that in terms of getting something done late in the game, especially with what was on the line. They do get Dalvin Cook back at running back next year. I think they'd still like to have a little more speed at wide receiver. But all in all, this team comes back pretty well intact and will be a force for a while.
Yeah, that defense is pretty set.
Very much so. I mean, try and move the ball against their front and then try and throw it against Xavier Rhodes. Good luck to you.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Keenum going to throw. Steps away to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They come up in an offset eye. To throw is Keenum. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Sylvester Williams able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Throwing on third down, Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Case Keenum with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So they're going to go for 2. Here's Keenum to throw. And he is in to make it 16-0. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, hello.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Riley. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And this one's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third down, Henry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999?
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jurrell Casey in there to get him for a loss of 5. is Keenum on third down. Screenplay, McKinnon. Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a first down throw. Keenum going with a screen for Murray. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Keenum. Being chased out left. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play.